Of the name, whether it was the youth group or Youth for Christ or Youth Unlimited, it seems like the work you've been doing in this community, Huntsville, and we'll talk about broader reaching, is really focused on, there is a faith background for sure, and that, there's value in that. But I think it's more about, and what I'd like to talk about is the impact on young people, and how do you, first of all, define youth? What does youth mean to, to our audience who's listening? What does a youth look like? Is it someone under 20? Is it somebody 15? So help us understand, what does youth look like, and then maybe we can talk a little bit about, in broad strokes, some of the programs and stuff you're doing, because I think we're going to talk to Marcy a little bit later, I don't want to steal her thunder, but first of all, what does youth look like?
Yeah, so that's been a growing thing for us over the past 10 years or so too. Traditionally for us, youth looked like age 13 to 18, so teenagers, and we often talked about street involved or marginalized at-risk youth. That was kind of our niche. But we've really expanded that over the years. We're finding that kids younger and younger are facing more and more adult real world problems, right? And need the kind of support that we're able to provide to them. So we work a lot more with younger kids now, that sort of that grade 5, 6, 7, 8 age range. And we're recognizing that that just because someone turns 18, their problems don't end, right? In fact, many of them begin at that time. So we've also expanded to include young adults as well. So really for us, youth is like, I talk about children, youth, young adults.
Right. So what does the Youth Unlimited services look like in the here and now as young people are watching, and even their parents, and looking at, this might be an opportunity for my young kid?
Right. So I was able to bring my Illuminate coaching program through COVID time. It was perfect because it was one-on-one, because it reached the mental health piece, so we were able to stay open following COVID rules. So that allowed me to help kids who are really struggling through this time, and parents to navigate areas that and their worry and anxiety towards what was going on.
So Illuminate is something that's still ongoing and happened through COVID. If I'm a parent listening into this, and what would I want my kid to get out of this, or what's the hook for the Unlimited program?
Yeah, so I'm not their parent, and I'm not their teacher, and I'm a safe space. So I've built relationships with most of the youth already through the programming I've done over the last 15 years and worked in the high schools and all the schools in Muskoka. So the kids know me. So coming and seeing me is a safe spot to sit down and talk about the things that they're struggling with. And then it lets me help them to light a path to other organizations in the community that can help them, whether it's trauma related, eating disorders, struggles around anxiety, that kind of thing. And also a space for parents to come sit with their kids and mediate conversations sometimes that they're struggling with.
So here in Huntsville, people still think of us as just this drop-in center, right, with Friday night drop-in program. And it's grown far beyond that, and my role has grown as well over the years. I've been here 9 years, and when I started, because I grew up in Muskoka, right? It's in my blood, and so I look around Muskoka and I'm like, oh, we need more of this, right? We need this in Bracebridge and Gravenhurst and Parry Sound and Novar, and so that was always part of my passion, was to see it grow, right? To reach more people across the region. In fact, our mission statement is to see every young person fully alive, right?
Nice.
So that became a big part of my focus, and so my role now over the years has now grown into area director. So I kind of oversee Muskoka, Parry Sound region. We're kind of looking at Simcoe now as well. So it's been great. I've been able to hire staff over the past couple of years. We've got Ryan Campese is he's got carpentry program going on up in Novar, and he's making inroads into Burkes Falls, South River. We hired a young couple this summer to open a drop-in center in Parry Sound.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then the big one for me over the past almost 2 years now is I've been working very closely with the District of Muskoka on the Home for Good project, right?
Right.
This transitional housing project for young people in Bracebridge. So it's been great to be part of the planning team of that. We have other Youth Unlimited is running similar transitional housing programs in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and so we were able to draw on that experience and kind of craft a model that will work here in Bracebridge.